Well, you guys, there's not going to be an MCU movie for another year or so, so what are we going to draw now? What is going on, Drawing 2 crew? Ramny here with a brand new drawing tutorial for you guys, and today let's do something that is not Marvel related. Let's do Shao Kahn from Mortal Kombat 11. Let's do this. Of course, you guys, before we begin, be sure to read the description of this video. Down there, you'll find a list of my drawing tools, some tips to succeed in your drawing as you're following this tutorial, how to make tutorial suggestions if you have any, and best of all, a link to a free coloring page that is based on this tutorial. And having said all of that, grab your drawing tools, let's draw Shao Kahn. Alright, you guys, let's go ahead and get started with our Shao Kahn tutorial. I've got my paper in landscape mode for this one. We're only going to be drawing him kind of just up to the shoulders here, just because of the sheer amount of detail that we have to do. And yeah, drawing full body on this guy would have taken like 3-4 hours maybe. So yeah, we don't have that kind of time here on YouTube, so let's do just that. Let's get started. I'm going to draw a line going straight down the center of my paper here. Feel free to do that. It doesn't have to be a straight line because I do want kind of a little bit of symmetry. And I'm going to draw my head kind of in the middle actually. So here he is. And I'm going to try to draw it so that one side of the face is equal to the other side of the face. There you go. So there's that circle right in the center there. And then from there I'm going to draw two lines going down. This is of course for the sides of the face. And then I'm going to draw his jaw very angular, and then like his chin is very like a straight line going across, because he's a very square jawed in the game anyway. And of course this is I believe the Mortal Kombat 11 version of the Shao Kahn. I haven't played the game, so I actually don't know. But I found it online and I started to, I printed it out, a reference photo of it. So here we go. There it is. So I made this a bit of a dimple here so that it looks like his chin is just like this massive straight line. And yeah, we're going to keep it that way. Okay. So he's got a broad neck. I'm going to draw two lines going down on each side here. And then he's got some shoulders going this way, pretty broad as well. There you go. And then right around here, I'm going to draw his like actual shoulder here and here. Now this one I'm going to bring forward, so I'm going to draw a circle, and this one's going to be more half of a circle, because what I do want is I want his chest to lean more this way, so it looks like he's actually he's got his body sort of turned, but not much. Okay, and then that's probably where I'm going to cut off our drawing here. Okay, so here's our shoulder. I'm not, like with the shoulder, I'm not too concerned with adding the details and all that stuff, because it is going to be covered with like these gigantic shoulder pads. Okay, here's the arm that comes out that way, and here we're just going to draw the arm going down this way. Okay, so here's our Shao Kahn body. And that's good for now. You do want to make sure that the shoulders that you draw are proportional. You don't want them to be, too big or too small. So if we draw the armpits, then it should look kind of like this. The chest there, I mean. And then you got the straight across. There you go. Okay, so now let's start to rough out where we want the helmet to be. And the helmet sort of comes out from the side of the face here. It goes out towards like this and this. Okay, if I zoom in slightly, you guys will see what I mean. So from the side of the face, it comes out this way and this way, kind of near the where the shoulders are, or the trapezius muscles is what they're called. And there's a little bit of a gap right here where the neck is. Okay, and then we're going to go back to the top of the head here, and then we're going to kind of just draw this straightish line going out like this, so it sort of creates this skirt. Okay, so curve here, and from the top of the head, got a straight line. It looks kind of funny. It looks like girl's hair right now, but of course we all know that's part of Shao Kahn's iconic looking helmet. Okay, so now the helmet itself is actually going to be a bit bigger than the head. So what we're going to do is we're going to figure out where the helmet is going to go. And then it comes to a tip here at the very top. Okay, just like that. So, I mean, I'm just going to lightly erase the circle inside. So here we have a general idea of what Shao Kahn's helmet is looking like. There you go. And imagine this thing kind of just coming around the other side here to this side. So if we did that, going around the back, then you see a little bit of a space there and there. There you go. So now you see right there is where it goes around the back there. Okay. Now I'm going to draw the eyes. Eyes are going to go across. Okay. There's going to be a bit of I'm going to draw a little triangle there just to give us a sense of where we want his mask to go. Okay. And then after the eye line, I'm going to find this spot right here next to the nose, here and here. Let me zoom in a little bit more. Okay, next to the nose here, I'm going to draw this little U curve that points away from the nose. And then this curve goes down and then it goes to the side below the eye. And this one sort of makes its way down. And then goes like this. Okay, and then right around here, we're going to draw two fangs. Okay, so there's a general idea for his head. Now he's got like these two, I don't know what you call it, like two wings that sort of come out of the side of his head here. And it's going to be here and here, kind of where the eye line is. Okay, so the eye line and then somewhere around here. So let's do this one first. What it does is it goes this way and then curls up. Okay, and you want this one to be a little bit above, about this far up the helmet, the tip of the helmet there. Okay, this goes down straight and across. Okay, now you want to try to do the same thing on the other side. So here I'm figuring out where I want it to go first. Like that. Okay, and then straightish line. This line is angled, it's not straight up and down, it's angled like this. Okay, so just pay close attention to it. Now, it doesn't have to be perfect, of course, because, you know, that's how it is in real life. It's not always completely symmetrical. Okay, there you go. A little bit of that. I'm gonna actually erase those lines because I want them to go into the helmet. Right there. Okay, and then right here, I'm going to draw 1, 2 lines. And that's going to go all the way to the top of the helmet, actually. So 1, 2, there's a slight curve to it, like that. Again, you want to try to make it symmetrical. And you guys, if you find that I'm going a little too fast in this video, feel free to slow it down, feel free to pause. Okay, so we're going to start off. Those are the two starting points right there. But I'm actually going to start here, and I'll go about this far up with 2 lines, slightly bowed, like so. And then now this one goes across. Now imagine this line sort of going straight across and this line going straight across. We're going to use those as guidelines. We're going to take this and we're going to create this shape, this like horn shape. Now imagine drawing like this egg shape here at the top, like a rounded oval with this and here, because that's what it is. Okay, so it creates that kind of a shape here for us. I'll just fix it up and try to get it as best as you can. Oh no, I am so sorry. That was all completely off camera. There you go. Oh man, that's a bummer. Anyway, so let's recap. I drew these lines here, okay? And then I drew these 2 lines going up to that point. And then from here, this makes this egg shape, the one that I was referring to. So it sort of creates like this rounded curve here. Erase the center. And then, you know, you should have a shape roughly looking like this. So there you go. Pause the video, guys. I apologize. I don't have a monitor here that shows exactly where my camera is pointing at, so I always have to keep a check, like look up to the camera monitor. I always forget sometimes that I'm zoomed in. Okay, right here, I'm going to create like this curve shape here and here. You want to create roughly the same distance. Okay, here and here. Okay, now this one goes to the tip. And then this one goes down, curves into this point. Okay, there you go. There's our Shao Kahn. We're going to go back to that later on. Let's move on to the shoulders. There you go. Now we've got, let's draw the collar. Start here and here, and we're just going to draw this two rounded lines that meet at the center here, and then we've got a V shape, and then the collar just goes underneath the neck here, or the jawline, all the way across. Okay, and then close that off, make it look like an actual collar. There you go. That's the neck. There you go, there's the collar. Now, much like we did with the scorpion drawing, we're going to try to draw these big fat shoulder pads first, and everything else sort of is underneath it. So start right here, just below the chest clavicle line here. This goes rounds like that. Okay, and then we'll just draw another one that ends right here. Okay, so start here and like that. Okay, so one longer than the other. Okay, and then I'm going to go to the armpit, and then I'm going to create a similar curve going from the armpit up and then down to behind the shoulder like this. So more or less these two should be parallel to each other. This one curves this way, this one sort of curves that way. There you go. Okay, so from here I'm going to draw like a little bump and then a straight line going across. That's good. Okay, let's go trace an outline. So I'm going to double up on this line here and here. Goes around down here, and then what I want to do is I want to bring this line up so that it points out. Okay, so here's the tip of this one. I kind of want this one to go like this to the tip of this, and then this goes out to the back like that. So this one comes to a point like so. Okay, and then this point here goes to this line. Okay, there you go. So you got these two lines going across here. This one you just want to bring it down, and then this curves, follows along. There you go. All right, now let's divide it into three. Let me first erase the inside here because we really don't need it anymore. So let's divide this into three lines, and each line that I draw I'm going to double up on, and the second line sort of sticks out like this, makes like this sharp point, and then down. Okay, there's one, and here's the second one. And again, this goes up, makes a point, goes down, and then this one sort of just goes here and then goes to that point. Okay, there we go. Here you got like this really intricate, like curvy designs, which I'm going to simplify, and I'm just going to zigzag it. And then this one just goes this and then goes up like that. So that's just all that I'm going to do for that for now. Seems like there's a ring right here. Take a look at the reference photo, you guys, if you guys didn't know. I usually put my reference photo in the description of my videos. There's a ring, like a funny looking ring there, so let's draw that back in. So that's for this armor. Now let's go to this one right here, and this one's going to be slightly different. It's pointier for one. So yeah, let's go back here. Let's go just beneath this, the part of the helmet here that goes to the side. And then this goes from here, it loops, and then down like that, okay? Goes a short distance, and it sort of just, as soon as you reach the shoulder here, it sort of just curves out like that, okay? So this is gonna be slightly, well, it looks completely different than this one here, okay? There's that. Now I'm going to draw like this general line from here to here. We're gonna build up on those, starting with this line down here at the bottom. Okay, once you get here, this is going to be like a huge plate of metal that goes all the way to the back. So this rounded metal plate. Looks like that. Okay, now we're going to have, well, let's go back here. This dips slightly like that. So it has that sharp curve, and then this makes like this long, sharp horn. Okay, let's go over here now. And then there's like this smaller, medium-sized horn right here. This goes down, so it's all pointing this way. That's how they curve. Okay, and then this goes up, slightly makes this little hook like so. Okay, so like I said, it looks completely different. I'm going to erase the shoulder lines, so we don't need those. Okay, now complete this, and then this one sort of goes in. So this curve right here goes in like this to this point. Okay, small line, and then this line goes up to this point right here. You see this line that we did initially, so it goes there and then across. Okay, and then from here now we create this, actually draw a line from the tip here going down, and then it comes to a curve looking like that, and then this makes like this curve that looks like this. And then this from here, this goes up and then across. There's a lot more details to this one, but I'm going to leave it at that because that's what we're going to do. Actually, this one goes into that line, and then from where that meets, this goes across this way and then down to this curve. Okay. There's the second armor, or second shoulder pad right there. And yeah, for the most part, we're done with the shoulder pads. Now let's do the, like the arm, I don't know what it is. It's like this arm armor. And like this, there's this strap that goes across like this. And he's got like this leather thing that covers the top. Okay, so let's do that leather covering first. Okay, so this goes across. Let's use this as a reference guide. I'll actually use what I already have on my paper as a reference to where I want to place my lines. So this goes down like this, okay? So you see the chest here, we're following the chest. This goes across the chest. And then on the other side, we kind of do the same thing. So it sort of creates this hole, okay? And then there you go. And then from here, I'm gonna draw a line going straight down, like so, and then same thing, well, just a little straight line going down. So there's our chest leather covering right there. Okay, I'm not going to erase the center line. I want to make sure I keep that. Okay, and then now right here, I'm gonna have this plating that comes out of the armor, and looks like it comes out right here as well. And I'm gonna draw a line going across like this first, and it's going to be a little bit diagonal. Actually, this one I'm going to look like that, okay? And then from here, about this this much closer to the chest line here, I'm going to draw this leather strap. Okay. So there's that leather strap, and just want to fix it so it looks symmetrical so that you have this line here. I'm going to create a curve, and I want to do the same thing here on this side. So it looks like this little bump there, and then goes back in like so. Okay. So that's that. Let me just wipe my paper, the excess erasers out of my paper here. And okay, so now we've got this armor plating here. This goes out, and it actually comes out like a curve there. You got like some horns, one big thick one, and then here's right over here. So you got like this tiny horn, hooks up like that. Okay, and then goes down, and then it makes this curve like this. And then it actually overlaps this strap right here. Okay, and then you got another horn right here, so it just comes down, and then this just goes straight down. Okay, so there you go, there's that. Okay, we'll add the details to that later on. Well, pretty much on all of them, we'll add the details a little bit later. But we're pretty much done here. And let's zoom out now. And there is our Shao Kahn, well, the outline of it anyway. Now I'm going to cut to a commercial, because that's how bills get paid. Here's a little bit of a commercial, and then we're going to go straight to adding the details and all that stuff. So here we go. And we're back, you guys. Let's get started. Let's zoom in on the face and let's start drawing that like iconic Shao Kahn skull. And yeah, we already have this. So what I'm going to do first is, you see where we have the line drawn for the nose? I'm going to go above it, and I'm going to create, right along the eye line there, I'm going to create the brows. So it looks like he's got these angry brows. I'm going to start with 2 lines that look like that, and then lines going out like so. Okay, line going across and then down, and then just there you go. So curve here, cross down, and then just doing the same thing on the other side. It's going to look a little bit weird. It's going to be a little tricky unless you move your paper, so I encourage you guys to do so. And then just draw lightly, and then when you see a line that looks good, you can draw it a little bit darker. Okay, there you go. I'm going to draw these dips right here on the side here. Okay, and then for the nose, I'm going to draw an M shape. Okay, and then underneath it, a V, or an upside down V, a little triangle. So it looks like that. Okay, so a little M at the top, like this, and then a V, or upside down V at the bottom. That's what that is. All right, there's going to be some intricate details. Let's first draw kind of just red eyes, red pupils right here and here. You want to make sure you get that centered before you draw it dark. And of course, it's Shao Kahn. You don't want to make him look like a goofy looking, derpy looking character, right? So you want to make sure you get those lines right. And all I'm drawing are like the pupils, the red pupils, and then I'm going to color in the rest. I'm going to shade it in black. Okay, I'm going to draw a spot in the center there. There you go. All right, now let's go over here. I'm going to draw a curve down to the long tooth like that. Okay, so this goes down, and it looks like this. Okay, and then this sticks out like so. Okay, he's going to have a tooth coming down from that, there and there. Okay, and then here, right underneath the nose there, I'm going to draw 2 lines. And I'm going to draw 2 lines below it, actually. There you go, 2 lines. I'm just going to divide that. It looks like a buck teeth right now. Okay, this goes up and then down. Okay, so this goes up and then down, like so. And then just beneath these, I'm going to draw 1. See how I'm drawing these curves? I'm actually going to erase that line. Okay, and then here now, I'm just going to draw curved teeth. Like that. Okay, now this initial line that I drew underneath the nose, it actually creates like this pattern, goes around the nose, and goes to the top here. And then these kind of go along the teeth, and it goes around the teeth. So I apologize, these are kind of abstract. And then actually it looks really funny, and I'm actually going to undo that line. I apologize. I just don't want it to look like a rabbit. There you go. So here we've got these lines that just go from the eyes down to the face here, and then from this side, I'm going to draw 2 lines going down here. So just going to this point right here, and then this point. Okay, and then let's go back up here now. It's starting to take a while. What I'm going to do is I'm going to draw this kind of an oval shape here at the top. Draw it lightly. There are some intricate designs that we're going to draw along it. Okay, here you got like this curves that go in. And then here at the bottom you got 1, 2, like almost looks like a fish tail. Okay, here on the side, here at the tip here, this goes down the temple, and then goes up. So this goes, again, this goes, curves down. Oop, what am I doing? Curves like this. It goes across a little bit and goes down and goes to the side here. Okay. As for these horns, you got the front of the horn here. Let me just erase this line and this line. I'm going to start with this point, and I'm going to draw a curved line to this tip. And then from here, I'm going to double up on this line here. So I'm just outlining the same line on the inside. Except this one, this goes across this way. And then it goes to this tip. Okay, and this kind of has like a waffle pattern. So I'm going to draw diagonal lines this way. I'm going to do this with my ink pen a little bit better. So it goes like that, and then 90 degrees, so that makes a square inside. There you go, so it does that. Now I'll do the same thing on this side. From here, it goes to this point down here. Okay, and then double these lines. Okay, this goes in a little bit more, and then it goes down to that point here. And then again, that pattern, I'm going to leave it till later on. I'm going to finish that off later, but you want to do the same thing here as you do on this side. Okay, now over here, you got 2 lines going across here, another one down here, and another one here, like so. Okay, so 1, 2, not quite at the center, it's a little bit on the low side. Those 2 lines, I mean. Okay, there you go. Of course, you want to reinforce those lines there. And you want to create this. Let's create the brow. And have lines that go like this. There you go. There's a lot of intricate lines in Shao Kahn's helmet that that I'm actually kind of just glossing over because I don't want this to go any longer than it already is. It's already a long video as it is. So here you go. So let's draw the sides now. I'm going to divide it into 3, like so. Okay. Now this I'm going to follow, like do 2 lines here and here, and then here across. Okay. Stripes like this, and then a line across. Stripes, line across, stripes. Okay. So like that, and then this one, line across, and then again, line across, and then again. So that's what that looks like. As for Shao Kahn's face, we don't really see a lot of his face, so what we're going to do is we're just going to reinforce his, that he's got a huge square jaw. We'll draw some wrinkles from the cheekbone going down. And that's it. He's got some mouth wrinkles here, but we don't really see the mouth. There you go, and then just draw the neck. And for the most part, we're done with his head. Now let's move on to the body. Let's start with this leather strap here. This leather, not strap, leather covering for his chest. Okay, so what I'm going to do with these lines is I'm just going to double on them so that it looks like seams. So each of the lines here, I'm just going to draw twice. Okay, draw that twice. And draw this twice. There you go. Of course, this goes underneath there. I'm going to shade that in. Okay, so you got 2 straps that go across here with 2 rivets on each end. So 1, 2. Okay, now here and here, there are 2 lines that go right into the shoulders. Like that. Okay, and then right here you got 2 straps poking out. And what I'm going to assume, they've got like an arrow shape. Like that. I'm going to assume that these straps are what holds this this shoulder pad down. Okay, there's a rivet in the center of them. And there you go. One thing I like about these Mortal Kombat designs is that they're so intricate looking. Okay, we're pretty much done there. Let's draw the arms, and the arms are, they've got a rocky texture to them. Okay, because of Shao Kahn's, what was his race again? Tartan? I don't remember, you guys. Oh no. Okay, so it almost looks like dinosaur skin. So as I draw like these shoulder muscles, I'm actually drawing them really roughly. Also, I'm going to shade this in. Okay, so here's his bicep, starts off right here. You don't really see much of it. There's the shoulder. There you go, so that's his arm. Really rough looking skin there. Here, not so rough. Now what happens is, if I draw a shadow here, there's a little bit of a dip right in the center because of, if you look at the reference photo, that's just the way that the strap goes across, or like this leather part goes across, but then his chest dips inward, so it sort of creates this shadow here. I'm just going to add some rough texturing, and then here's the center of his chest there. Okay, now let's draw this strap here. Make sure I'm in center. All right, so here we've got some strap that goes in like this, and then covered by this other gold whatever pattern it is. So just do this and then goes in like that. Okay, here you got 2 rivets, and then the strap comes out of it. And the way that I like to draw these leather straps is I like to draw the seam line there and there. So you got like these four lines. There you go. We're going to simplify it and just keep it like that. Okay, and then lastly, we've got this part right here. And so we did this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to shape it like so. Okay, and here you got like this pattern here, you got like a little curve there and the curve right here somewhere. And then lastly, you've got the plating, the armor plating here at the bottom. Just like that. Okay, and there you go. You don't really see much of the arm. Okay, there's actually a bunch of rings. See this little, like this little piece here? There's like a ring right here. And then another ring somewhere around here. Where is it attached? Hard to tell. Yeah, there you go. Anyway. There you go. So if we zoom out, I think for the most part we are done here. So if we zoom out, we should have the final piece. Let me just like go back to the shoulder pad right here, and I'm just going to bring this, draw a line going like this, and then into that curve, and then also going down the side like that, and then go back over here, bring that to there, and also from here up to that tip. There you go. And I think we are, for the most part, done. So zooming out, there's Shao Kahn in all his glory. Never got to see him until Mortal Kombat II, I believe. This is back in my childhood. So anyway, that is it, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this Shao Kahn tutorial. It's a little bit complicated, but we did manage to simplify it, hopefully simplified enough. But that is it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next tutorial. Take care. And that is all the time that we have for this video. Thank you so much for tuning in all the way to the very end. I hope you guys are very proud of your drawings. If you are, I would love to see them, so please head on over to the Google Plus community and to Instagram and post your artwork there and tag me so that I can see it as well. If you guys are ever curious about the equipment that I use to make my videos or to do my tutorials, I have a link to those in the description below, so be sure to check that out. If you feel like being extra generous, I have links in the description on different ways that you can help support this channel. Your contributions go a long way in ensuring that I can make content like this for free for you guys, so I appreciate your consideration. If you guys did enjoy this tutorial, it would help me a great deal if you, number one, liked this video, commented down below, and most especially if you shared this with your friends in your social media. And of course, speaking of social media, don't forget you guys can find me on Facebook, on Instagram, on Google+, and of course on my website, draw2.com, where you can download a free coloring page of the tutorial that's here on this video. Again, you guys, all of the links to all of those are in the description, so be sure to read it. Finally, thank you once again for watching. I will see you guys next time, and don't forget, stay tuned for more so you can learn to draw too. Take care.